artists like Wizkid, Rema, Tems,
Yeah.
and Asake.
Yeah, man.
Soundfreak.
Yeah.
South African Tyla.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask the very first question. Is Tyla an Afrobeat musician? Is Tyla an Afrobeat singer?
Tyla is not an Afrobeat musician.
Okay.
Neither is she an Afrobeat singer. And we have already discussed this when she won Best Afrobeat at the VMS.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the MTV Video Music Awards.
Yeah.
The last time we had that. We discussed this to a very large extent. And she even went on stage there to say that she is not Afrobeat.
Afrobeat.
So it is not just me, Soundfreak, saying that she's not an Afrobeat artist.
She has said it by
because
herself.
intellectually, of course, she's not. She has also confirmed that she's not. Instead, she is an amapiano-based artist, basically. Although what she does has a lot of complexities around it. So I've answered question number one. Should I go on?
Please go on.
All right, the next thing I want to say, because I have other questions that I want to ask myself and answer before people say, okay. First of all,
what is she deserving of this award compared to Rema?
Does Tyla deserve this award over Rema?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Okay, why do you say so?
Absolutely not. Let me take you to why I'm saying so.
And thirdly, because I need you to answer everything.
That's question number one.
Time.
Yeah.
I need to answer everything because of time.
Yeah.
Now, looking at the American community, because this is an American Music Award.
Yeah.
Is it that these people, do they have the right to now define what we do as Afrobeat, or do they even recognize what Afrobeat is and what Afrobeat is not? Can they recognize that?
Let me start off with the first question you asked, whether Tyla deserves this award over Rema.
Rema, yeah.
Definitely, Tyla doesn't deserve this award over Rema. First off, we also have Asake being nominated. And that was following the release of his third album, Lungu Boy, which tilted more to the international audience.
Yes.
And also, Tems was nominated following the success of her debut album, her very first album, Born in the Wild. But the promotional single to that song, one of the lead singles to that song, is heavily Afrobeat, which is Love Me Jeje.
Love Me Jeje, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Tems, in the past and in many occasions, has also said that she's not an Afrobeat artist, but she does Afrobeat if she wants to. And you look at the album, it tilts more to the R&B vibe. And Asake's album, Lungu Boy, tilts more to the R&B and amapiano side, if you ask me. But look at Rema's album, was nominated. He's a pure Afrobeat reset album. This is the album that he released, and his music company, talking about Mervin's now, they tweeted, they put out a post on X saying that this album, He's by Rema, signals the death of amapiano in Nigeria.
Straight up. Because
amapiano has been in bed with Afrobeat in Nigeria and given birth to a son called Afropiano that has been causing confusion. People now do songs like Davido's Unavailable. It's not Afrobeat.
It's not Afrobeat.
It is Afropiano. Yes, I took pride in naming this genre last year, December. The name has been, in just moving around, but I also take pride to be one of those that have contributed to naming this. So Rema released an album that is purely Afrobeat. Songs like Ozeba, songs like Azaman, songs like Ade Macham, songs like a Villain, songs like, name them. Now I know the final track in the album that represent Afrobeat. And guess what? When he did his homecoming concert in Benin, I remember I was talking with a friend of mine here in the station, and I asked her, this song by Rema, Macham, do you think this song will blow? She said, this kind of song, no, they blow again now. Now slow songs now. Because of what we have turned Afrobeat into.
Yeah.
But watch out, I told her, I think last week, look, this particular song, 9 don't blow past now. He opened the show at his in Benin at the Ogbe Stadium with Macham, and with that same song, he opened the stage at Madison Square Garden. So he has represented Afrobeat more than Tyla, and he is Afrobeat. So Rema deserves it more. Wizkid, of course, no longer an Afrobeat artist.
Yes.
Asake, just in between. Tems, not an Afrobeat artist, but does Afrobeat. Burna Boy, not an Afrobeat artist. So who stood out to be the winner? Rema, number one. Now your final question, you asked, how about the international audience? What's the real problem? Is it that they don't understand?
They don't understand.
Afrobeat or African music. First of all, it is the problem of
or do we have a hand in?
no. First of all,
their
it's a problem of industry mislabeling. That's the very first problem. You know, Western award shows and streaming platforms often mislabel any African sound as Afrobeat, which dilutes the identity and innovation of other African genres. Like I've always mentioned, like bongo flava from the Tanzanian side, Eastern music side, gum sound from South Africa, Mapiano from South Africa, and the main Afrobeat or Afropop, which is simply Western Africa contemporary music, right? So they often mislabel it, and why? Because they don't know. They don't know.
They don't know. If they don't know.
So now the solution, there is a growing call to educate global music institutions and to advocate for genre-specific categories. For example, at the Grammys now, they call it Best African Music. But what led to that category being created? Afrobeat. And now you see Amapiano is jumping in to Colombia
Afrobeats.
You know what you have been doing. So that I've tried my best to set the difference between Amapiano and Afrobeats. It is different, but there's a new sound now that I love, I appreciate, and I want it to grow. Afropiano. So we have 3 new genres, courtesy of this marriage between Amapiano and Afrobeats. So Tyla did not deserve that. Rema deserved that.
Rema deserved it. All right, guys. Well, we have to